Welcome to Spintown, Spintown. Creepers in the blue and gold. Spintown, Spintown. The Grim Reaper's gonna get your soul. In the cobble pit you get your soul. Don't even try resisting in Spintown. Spintown!
Alright, well welcome to Spintown everyone. I am here once again with 8-Bit here, the only one I've shown anything off for because Emily and Javier have not been on or aren't ready to quite show their stuff off yet.
I am the superior builder.
Well, we'll see that. I don't know if you can top Emily and Javier because I haven't seen their stuff, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, I've seen their stuff. Actually, Emily's area is not that bad. Javier, I shall refrain from commenting.
I'm just going to guess that Javier is being very practical and just building stuff he can use and doesn't give a shit about building fancy stuff, is my guess.
Well, you better hope it's practical because it certainly isn't aesthetic. Let's put it that
way. Well, we'll see. So what are we looking at
here
with you?
Well, you might remember this from the last video you did, except now it's actually finished. Oh boy, it's got lights and everything. You can walk up the stairs, you can go down the stairs.
You still go very slow when you walk upstairs, I see.
I don't want to, exhaust myself or pace myself. And yeah, it's got like signs and everything now. Fantastic. I didn't make the signs. I think Emily made the signs, but whatever. I don't care. Obviously, the tower's still there. There's been virtually no change to the tower. There's a few more lights in there, and that's the only difference.
All right.
But now we have this stable. If you would like to step on inside, you might remember. I think from your last video, you showed us.
Showed
a view of you getting horses, and then you gave me one. So this is Death the Horse.
I lent it to you. You just decided to keep it.
Okay. Well, he's made a friend. He's got Death and Conquest. We've got 2 of the horsemen. We need 2 more now. We need to find a red horse. I don't know if you can do that in Minecraft.
I don't know. There's brown ones. I don't know if there's red ones.
And then we need to find like a donkey, and that could be the last one. But that's on the to-do list.
Well, I got donkeys. You can just breed some of mine. Nice.
That can be found. All right. Great. I've got my horsemen, and the stable is just like every again in half an hour thing, whipped together just so I had someone to keep them.
Yeah, I like to parkour across your building onto the stable. I go up on top of the trees on top of that building, and then jump over there.
Oh, it's going to be great with the village now, which we'll see in a bit. But this is our community museum, I guess you could say. This is where we're going to be keeping all of our stuff we've gone to collect. So like the fossil will go in here eventually. Actually, I need to expand it for the fossil because the fossil is a bit bigger than I expected.
Yeah, I was going to say, we might have to fold up the fossil.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make another, ground below ground where the fossil will be kept. So the fossil is going to be dug up from below ground.
So we can bury it over here.
And then be buried again.
Okay.
We got inside. We've got our where the dragon egg would be if we had one. That classic meme right there. We got one of them.
That's going to be the last thing we get.
We have our my music collection, which consists of 2 discs. Actually, there's a disc in there at the moment. I went disc hunting once. I got one, and it was one I already had, so I gave up.
Well, I have 4, so I'll bring the ones over that aren't duplicates of these later on. Put them in.
Okay, fantastic. That brings us over to our now sealed chain armor, which you thankfully donated to this museum. I've got my own set, but it's not in China, so I put yours on.
Well, and I think you or Emily at least donated one chainmail thing to me. I think it was you, right?
I think I did when we first started doing it, but I've now since built my own, but it's whatever, now we've got one.
Yeah, and I've almost got another suit myself. I've been actually repairing the broken armor I get off zombies and increasing the enchantments on it as I combine them too, just to make it fancier.
Oh, I see. Well, this is our first sort of major objective completed, which is now locked away. There's no accessing it unless you break the glass.
Yeah, that was a little easier than I thought that it was going to be, so maybe I shouldn't have made that an easier, like a major objective, but...
Well, I think it looks cool, just stand there in its own little pause, so that's fine. I'm not taking it down.
No, I wasn't suggesting that it stays, but... Let's see. Oh, 2 things we don't have here. The Electra and Totem of Undying.
Yeah, these are going to be fairly difficult, I think. Have we even located the mansion yet? I think...
no, but Emily, I think, has a map that is supposed to lead us that way. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll start working on that after we do the underwater dungeon or whatever it is. That's going to be the first thing we do.
Oh yeah, I need to start getting ready for that. I need to light up my tunnel some more, and then I need to get ready for that.
Yeah, because we were going to try it the other day, and then you didn't have potions, you said, so...
No, but I don't think anybody else was prepared either, to be fair.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm just going in with janky stuff. I've
Alright,
never been there, so I figure I'm going to die.
Oh no, I've got my Aqua Infinity Respiration 3 helmet, and got everything. I'm good to go, I just need some potions. I want to be suited and booted. And I've got a Sharpness 4 sword.
I'm going to laugh like crazy if you die before anybody in there, and I'm in there with, like, plain old iron armor with, like, Protection 1.
That's going to be fairly unfortunate. Speaking of enchantments, we've actually got a chest here, but I need to move all my books down. I've got like books with... I haven't got any of the new ones. I don't know what you're classifying as new enchantments. I guess there's like a...
I guess like the Frostwalker boots and the mending thing, and I guess the sweeping... was it?
Sweeping edge? I've got a sword with that on, if that counts.
Yeah, that would count. I have a mending and sweeping edge too, sword, but I have not been able to get Frostwalker, and I looked it up on the Wikipedia. It's something we have to get from like fishing, or a dungeon, a chest, and like a mine shaft maybe. But it's not something we can get through enchanting, which I wish I would have known a lot sooner, because I made a lot of boots with enchantments trying to get them.
Oh dear. Well, that's something to bear in mind. I'll go in there. And because I had nothing else to put, I just thought, well, stick it up here. Why not? This is my area. Actually, it needs updating now. It's been... There we go. The village is now properly there.
Okay.
Because you need to... If you change something, you need to take the map down, put back up in.
And if it's further away than where you're actually at, like it wouldn't show up on your map, you have to actually go into it again with the map.
Oh, I see. Okay, well there's that, and then the very last thing is what I've spent the freaking week working on. Is getting all the minerals for this. This is where the beacon will go, and the beacon will go where I am right now, once we've actually started getting the skulls for it. And it should work. I've never actually used a beacon before, so I don't know how they work exactly.
I think you got the wrong kind of glass there.
We're gonna have a purple beam once it comes out of the building.
Should never let you build this here.
Well, it's gonna be like white here, and then once it comes out of the building, it's gonna be purple. So,
all right.
While it's in the community building, it's white. While it's out the building and in my area still, it's purple. So,
all right, that's fair enough. And yeah, you went through way too much effort for this. It's like you could just used all iron. It would have done the same damn thing.
Yeah, I could have done, but like, have you ever heard the phrase "I'm not doing it because it's easy. I'm doing it because it's hard." Right. I really wanted to show off the minerals below it. So I thought we'll have a nice glass floor and we'll make it all colourful. And emeralds turned out to be by far the hardest to get. I spent like 3 days just doing nothing but trading with villagers at a rate of like 20 gold per emerald. So that was fun. But we got them now. And it's taught me a lot of villagers. So that was fun.
I plan on making some beacons for my village later on. Like, I'm not going to do one until after we do the group one for this. Yeah. But I want to have one in each corner of my village, so the entire village I'll have like the effects of like the beacon, and even like 50 blocks surrounding it in all directions and stuff. So
that is hardcore. That's a lot of time you're going to spend in the Nether.
It'll take a little while, but I'm in no rush. It's my
Especially
server. I can
if
take
you're
my time.
opposed to using looting sword.
Well, I don't think I'm going to need it. I think I could kick some wither ass with a regular sword and eventually get them.
Yeah, for those of you wondering, Spin, for whatever dumb reason Spin has, refuses to use a looting sword to get wither skulls.
Well,
I don't know why. You're not like breaking any rules or anything. It's literally just making the game easier. It's just playing better.
No, it's not that I refuse to use one. It's just I want to use all my own stuff, and I don't generally try for looting ever. I'm always trying for other enchantments, so I don't want to waste my levels getting looting. So,
looting's a good enchantment, though. Like, once you've got sharpness, like, what else do you want? Like, looting, probably.
Well, I've got enough. I've probably got like all the enchantments you can get almost, just that you can use on the table at least. Next is going to be pretty much using my levels to combine various things to make like really awesome weapons and armor. So that's what I'll be using my levels for next.
Alright, well, we'll see about. I need to fix my entire set of armor. I've just been wearing this over and over again, and it's not doing it any favours. But last and hopefully not least is what I've been working on recently for the past couple of days is my own little man-made village. Like everything here is completely man-made. Nothing was generated in like as an actual village.
Really, this isn't part of Minecraft?
No, funny. Well, actually, if you come over here, if you come to the center, you'll see an exact replica. This is exciting. An exact replica of a village blacksmith. Just because it fit like perfectly with the space I needed to put in, so I didn't build my own. Not that these are my own. Like a lot of these are like YouTube tutorials because I'm lazy as hell, but they're quite good.
You know, I've already built one of these myself in my village because the one I have in my main village was not naturally generated in. I just copied it.
Oh right, okay. And at the moment there are 4 villages. They've all been named because they were all formerly zombies, and they were brought in literally like 15 minutes ago. So yeah, this is
okay.
Eve. This is
so I'm
Eve.
wondering why you took the time to like get zombie villagers when you had a village that you could have just led villagers from. About what, 800 blocks away?
Probably about that much, yeah. But I'd already sort of exhausted the trades on those guys.
Oh, okay.
This is a bit more exciting, of course. So. Plus, you took my freaking farmer away from me.
You have 2 of them.
It's true. I think I'll have to go back there and get the other farmer. I actually was well sneaky and kept the one with the better trades. So I made sure to give you the worst one.
I didn't really care about the trade. I just needed a farmer. I was going to try to breed villagers so I can like get all the different kinds, and it's not really been working out. So I'm going to take the approach you had and just take some zombie villagers and heal them and see if I can get some decent ones that way.
Oh, I see. Well, if you can spot the other villagers, let me know because they have all gone walkabouts. They're not in the church. This is in the church. Very nice. It's got pews
I
in
got
it.
Lazarus in here and Azazel or whatever.
Oh right. Oh yeah. This is the smallest freaking building in the village, and they all like to hang out in here.
It's the smallest little building, and it has a back door too.
Yeah, it's got a little back garden. It's just cobblestone, so it's not really a garden, but whatever. There's one more guy. There's at the moment there's Lazarus, Eve, Azazel, and Cain, who is the cartographer. And I don't know where he is. He's gone walkabouts. How exciting!
Well, this is all this new stuff that you've built, but you have found 2 fossils. So, do you want to cut and then we'll go check those out and I'll start recording again?
Yep, that works for me.
Alright, then we'll be right back. Alright, we're back. It's not that long of a trip, but Jack made it longer than it needed to be. And right down here is where he found the fossil, and it took a lot of work for him to find this, right?
Yeah. So I just sort of came down this cave, and it was like the find of the century. Skeleton defending it. So I'm basically, I think of any really famous archaeologist, and that's me. This place is inhabited by mobs at the moment.
Yeah, I know. You need to maybe light this place up.
Well, I've kept it sort of el natural at the moment. I don't want to, disturb it. Light levels will cause damage to the structure or something. I think you're right though. I think the bone does change depending on what side it's facing.
Yeah, see here you can see the marrow in the middle, so we just have to, when we move this, we need to make sure we place the blocks correctly.
Yeah, but this is exactly how I found it. I haven't touched it. I've dug around it a little bit just to get some stuff I needed, but I haven't actually touched the skeleton at all. I've kept it exactly how I found it, so if there's bits missing, that's just how it spawned in. But, I mean, you're never going to find, like, an actual perfect one, are you? Unless you put a seed in.
Have no idea. I have not found too many fossils in Minecraft. And when I say not found too many, I mean none, so...
Well, I found 2 on this server. So I've got a full set of ribs and a skull to go with it. We were going to show off the skull, but the skull is really lame. Like, it's just a small head. It's not really much to
Well, and we'll show it
write
off
home
later,
about.
too, because we'll move both of them to the museum. So
Yeah.
eventually they'll make it in. It'll make it into a video.
Uh,
I wonder if like the skull is like to the same creature that this was. What do you think?
I have no idea, but it's got a very big ribcage and a very small head, if that's true. So, yeah. Plus, it's if it belonged to the exact same creature, then its ribcage and its head managed to. It got decapitated really far.
Well, it didn't have to be the exact same creature, but the same species, like the same. I have no idea what like prehistoric Minecraft creatures there were, but.
See, well, I'll write. Just have you ever been to a museum and you see like the text, like underneath each bit? I'm gonna write like a story for like explaining that these were both belonging to the same creature, and I'm gonna name it and everything, and it's all gonna be just completely rubbish.
Oh, we
but
might
no
want
one
to
will
check
know.
the wiki first, because there might actually be some made-up story for these things.
I would be very impressed if there was. But I'm not going to be digging this out until space for it has actually been made at the museum. I'm going to make another floor, like a below ground floor.
You want it to feel at home, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to do that first before I set about the task of digging this out. Plus, there is just more important stuff to do, like doing the war temple. Like, I think that our priority is moving this fossil as of right now. Like, this fossil ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
You just kind of do this whenever.
Well, and hopefully, we can maybe do that video next week. I'd love to be able to do an adventure. I mean, I know it takes a while to get through the building and collecting phase when you do like survival, but I'm ready to do something other than that.
Well, I'm pretty much ready. I just want to do some brewing. I'll do that probably over the next day or so, and then once that's done, I'll be like ready for completely whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't wait on you, but like, I think the underwater temple is the best one to do first, just because it's not, to me, it's not one of the major ones, but it's still new to all of us, except for Javier. I think he's done it before. So yeah, I want to do that first, and then we'll move on to things like the Wither and the Dragon, and actually I hope the Woodland Mansion will be the one after that, because that's, again, it's new to us, but it's not a major one. And I want to wait and do this one with you first, because you found the temple, underwater temple.
Yes, I did. See, if you noticed, right, that everything cool that's been found on this server has been found by me, yours truly.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I found the ice biome, I found the fossils, I found the sea temple, I found other stuff, I guess.
Okay, well, hey, if you're so good, you know what's next. I need you to find the Mushroom Island.
We'll see about that one.
It is very important to my automatic mushroom farm I made. I need the Mushroom Island.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
Alright, well, I think that's it for showing off Jack stuff in today's video. I'm going to cut right here, and I will either end the video, or if I got time to fill, I'm going to show off some stuff in my village that is new, like my automatic mushroom farm I made. So, we'll be right back. Maybe. Or maybe not, I don't know.
Cliffhanger to end the video on. Did it end, or did it not? Only the viewer actually knows.
Do you see the generic MS Paint annotation screen that I made for the end of all the videos? That's going to be the big question. Thanks for watching today's video. If you didn't get enough Spintown for today, you can click on this annotation right here to watch another recent video. Remember, there's a brand new video here every single Monday, so until next time, spin out.